What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So we've got the Cowboys defense. And we're going to go over the grades and all so far. Ernest Brown, the 6. He's a guy. 6'5", 300. 3 years out of Northwestern. Donovan Azuruku, second round draft pick this year, 21 years old, 6'2", 247, out of Boston College. Big potential there. He's a really good pass rusher, knows his stuff. So I'm excited about that one. Marshawn Nealon, defensive end, 6'3", 23 years old, 268, out of Western Michigan last year. Got hurt. So hopefully he comes back healthy. If he does, I like that combo. Solomon Thomas is another guy, 29, 6'3", 295, 8 years, out of Stanford. Originally drafted by the 49ers and then the Raiders. Bounced around a bit, but he's serviceable. And went to Jets. Peyton Turner, defensive end, 6'6", 26 years old, 270. 4 years out of Houston, went to New Orleans, was drafted. Hasn't panned out yet. Luigi Villan, 27, 6'4", 252. 3 years out of Wake Forest. Another guy right now at this point, Tyrus Wheat. Feels like he's been on this roster forever. Defensive ends, 25 years old, 6'2", 260. 2 years out of Mississippi State. I haven't seen enough out of him. Sam Williams, this was the guy a couple years ago out of Ole Miss. 26 years old, 6'4", 261. 3 years out of Ole Miss. This is the one you've been waiting for. Hasn't happened. Tommy Akinbasote, defensive tackle, undrafted rookie, 6'4", 320, out of Maryland. I'm sorry, he's a late round pick. Denzel Dixon, a couple years ago, 26, 6'2", 304, out of Illinois last year. Osa Odigizua just got a big contract. 26 years old, 6'2", 280. 4 years out of UCLA. Love that pick a few years ago. Justin Rogers, 24 years old, 6'3", 346. He's a rookie out of Auburn from last year, I think. Mozzie Smith, the first round, possibly bust. 23, 6'3", 337. 2 years now out of Michigan. Hasn't shown me enough. And then Jay Toya, who I like this one. I think he was late round, 7th round pick, 21 years old, 6'3", 325, out of UCLA. So, defensive line, I'm going to give overall a B, but it could go worse with some of these guys. We could have some additions and all that you don't expect, so I'm not going to... This will change, obviously. But right now, I'm giving it a B. Because there's just a couple injuries and you're smoked. Linebackers. Justin Barron. I like this guy. Undrafted free agent. 6'4", 225. Out of Syracuse. Damone Clark. A couple years ago. 6'3", 24 years old, 240. Of course, out of LSU. Dante Fowler Jr. comes back. 30 years old, 6'3", 261. 10 years out of Florida. Darius Harris, 29 years old, 6'2", 238. 5 out of Middle Tennessee. I'm not expecting much there. Shamar James. I had others ahead of him. 20 years old, 6'1", 229. Rookie out of Florida. Potential there. Buddy Johnson, 26 years old, 6'2", 240. 3 years out of Texas A&M. Maurice Liafu, 24, 6'2", 239. Last year was drafted out of Notre Dame. Kenneth Murray Jr., 26, 6'2", 241. 5 years out of Oklahoma, was originally a Titan. DeMarvion Overshone, 24 years old, 6'2", 220. 2 years out of Texas. I love that pick a couple years ago. Micah Parsons, of course, about 3 or 4 years ago, 25, 6'3", 245, out of Penn State. That was the draft with all the great corners, J.C. Horn and all those guys. Jack Sanborn, who I really like, 24, 6'2", 234, 3 years out of Wisconsin. Liked him a lot. The linebacker position, I think the undrafted kid will make it. Sanborn will make it. Parsons, Fowler, the other guy. I think I can give this safely a B+, A-. I think they're better than what they were, and they've got some young guys. So I can give them a B+. A-. Corners. This is where it gets interesting. Luke Barku, 26, 6'1", another guy. Deron Bland out of Fresno State, you know him, 25, 6 foot, 197, out of Fresno State. Superstar, got injured last year. Andrew Booth Jr., 24, 6 foot, 3 years out of Clemson. I have hope for him. Josh Butler is another guy. Kalen Carson is another one of potential, 23, 6 foot rookie out of Wake Forest last year. Trayvon Diggs, you know him, years ago, 26, 6'2", 195, 5 out of Alabama, back in the Nick Saban days. Khalil Elam, 24, 6'1", 191, 3 years out of Florida, former first-round pick of Buffalo. C.J. Goodwin, you know what he is. Kamon Hall, you know what he is at this point. Bruce Harmon, that is another one I like. Young guy, 6 foot, undrafted guy. Stephen F. Austin. Troy Pride Jr., you know what he is. Fighting for nickel. Siobhan Revel Jr., 24, 6'3", rookie out of East Carolina, like him. Injury concern. So corner, I will give them an A-, B+. If all these guys coming healthy, you're going to be deep as hell at corner. Health is the question here. Defensive back, Zion Childress, undrafted, 6 foot, 195, rookie out of Kentucky. Mike Smith Jr., undrafted, 6'1", 206, rookie out of Eastern Kentucky. They could be corner or they could be safeties. We'll see what they end up being. Marquise Bell, 26, 6'3", 205, 3 years out of Florida A&M. Elijah Clark, safety, undrafted, 6'1", 187, rookie out of Syracuse, like him. Malik Hooker, you know where he is, Ohio State. He's 29, 6'2". Israel McQuamu, he was corner, safety. Is he going to get back to corner? 25 years old, 6'4", 205, 4 years out of South Carolina. Wanye Thomas and Donovan Wilson wrapping it up. Wanye Thomas, 24, 6'3", 217, 2 years out of Georgia Tech. Donovan Wilson, you know where he's from. So, safeties, I would have to give right now a C+, B-. Need to see more from that group. A lot more. Need to see a playmaker or two. At least one playmaker. And then the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, you know what he is. He's one of the best. Brian Anger's really good, and Trent Sieg. So special teams is always going to get an A for the most part, unless they're completely inept. So let me know what you think of the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. Once we get 100, doing a free giveaway. Love y'all. Peace out.